If we never met, if I never met you, this is a very romantic and very emotional story. It's also a very long story. My name is Alina. I am 23 years old. I live in a small town with my parents and younger sister. I grew up there all my life until I met him. He changed everything. I was only 17 when I first saw him. I was a senior in high school and he was a new student. His name is Daniel and he's 2 years older than me. The moment I saw him, I knew there was something special about him. There was something in his eyes that drew me to him like a magnet. I couldn't take my eyes off him, not that he ever noticed me. I was just another face in the crowd to him. But one day everything changed. It was lunchtime and I was sitting with my best friends at our usual table when suddenly I saw him walking towards us. My heart skipped a beat and I quickly tried to compose myself, but it was too late. He had already noticed me and was now walking towards our table. "Alina," he said. "Hi, Daniel." I could feel my cheeks turning red, and I tried to smile naturally. But I think I must have looked like a fool because he actually laughed. "You're so cute when you blush," he said with a smile. And then he sat down next to me. From that moment on, we were inseparable. We spent every moment we could together, talking for hours on end about everything and nothing. He was so different from anyone I had ever met before. He was kind, funny, smart, and most of all, he was handsome. I fell in love with him completely and utterly. One day as we were walking home from school, we stopped at a park to rest on a bench. I was leaning against the backrest, looking at the clouds floating past overhead. Daniel sat close to me, his shoulder touching mine. I felt a sudden urge to tell him how I felt about him. I turned to him and said, "Daniel, I want to tell you something." He looked at me, his eyes searching mine. "What is it, Alina?" he asked softly. I took a deep breath and said, "I love you." His reaction was immediate. He leaned in and kissed me passionately. It was the most amazing kiss I'd ever experienced. In that moment, I knew I was the luckiest girl in the world. We dated for almost 2 years, and during that time, we shared so many special moments. We went on romantic dates, traveled to different places, and met each other's families. Everyone thought we were the perfect couple, and honestly, I couldn't agree more. I loved him more than anything in the world, and I knew he loved me just as much. Then one day, everything changed. I was getting ready for school when I heard a knock on my door. I opened it and saw Daniel standing there with a bouquet of roses. "Alina, will you go study with me?" he asked, his eyes shining with hope. My heart sank. I had been expecting this question for weeks now, and I knew what my answer had to be. "I'm sorry, Daniel, but I can't go study with you." He looked at me in disbelief. "Why not? I thought we were perfect for each other." "We are," I said, "but I'm not ready to settle down yet. I want to focus on my studies and my career." He looked heartbroken, and it tore me apart inside. But I knew I had to do what was best for me. So I closed the door in his face. He didn't come to school that day, and I didn't see him again for weeks. I missed him terribly, but I pushed those feelings aside and focused on my studies. I graduated high school and went on to college, all the while wondering what had become of him. One day, I saw him walking towards me. My heart skipped a beat and I quickly tried to compose myself. But it was too late. He had already seen me and was now walking towards our table. "Alina," he said. "Hi, Daniel." I could feel my cheeks turning red, and I quickly looked away. I didn't want him to see the tears in my eyes. "What are you doing here?" I asked, trying to sound indifferent. I just wanted to see how you were doing," he said hesitantly. "Oh," was all I could say. I didn't know what else to say. I was so angry at myself for rejecting him all those years ago. I could still remember the pain in his eyes when I broke his heart. And now I saw that same pain reflected back at me. I'm sorry about how things ended between us, I said quietly. It's okay, he said quickly. I don't blame you. I understand. He paused for a moment. Are you seeing someone? He asked. I shook my head. No, I whispered. There was a long silence between us, and I could feel his gaze on me. I didn't dare look up. Daniel, I said, I'm so sorry about what happened between us. If I could go back in time, I would never break your heart. He reached out and gently touched my chin, forcing me to look up. Alina, he said softly, it's not your fault. I was just too young for you. I needed to experience more in life before settling down. He paused for a moment. But now I'm back and I'm ready to give us another try. Will you go study with me now? Tears welled up in my eyes, and I nodded. He smiled and leaned in to kiss me. It was the happiest moment of my life. We started dating again, and it was even better the second time round. We had grown so much as individuals, and now we were ready to take the next step in our relationship. 6 months later, he proposed and I said yes. A year after that, we were married. Today, we live in a beautiful house in a new city. We have 2 wonderful children and we couldn't be happier together. Sometimes I still can't believe that he chose me. I mean, I'm just a simple girl from a small town. But he says that I'm his soulmate and that he was destined to find me. Looking back, I can honestly say that I wouldn't change a thing. Even though there were times when things were tough, I knew that as long as I had him by my side, we could get through anything. He's not only my husband, but also my best friend and confidant. I can talk to him about anything and he never judges me. He's always there for me, no matter what. I am so grateful that he chose to marry me, and I hope that our love story can be an inspiration to others. If you believe in fate, then you'll believe that everything happens for a reason. And if we hadn't broken up all those years ago, we might not be together today. I truly believe that sometimes things have to fall apart for them to fall into place. I know this is a very sad story, but I hope you can take something positive away from it. Don't hold onto grudges or let misunderstandings drive a wedge between you and your loved ones. You never know what tomorrow will bring. So cherish every moment you have and make the most of it. Life is too short to hold onto anger or resentment. And besides, it's not worth it in the end. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something from it. If you did, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to show your support. I appreciate all the support I can get and I promise to keep bringing you more great stories in the future. Until then, take care and goodbye.